And I'm just here to, like, you know what I'm saying, man up to what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, on the audio, my bad language. I'm a man up to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody talking to my little sister, my daughter that I have now. You know what I'm saying? My mom like that. You know what I'm saying? It's very disrespectful. And, I mean, my mom got onto me. Like, she, like, thumped me in the ear. Like, come on, man. Reed, come on, grow up out of that. So, I never again. Like I said, I'm growing as a human being, as a person. And I'm never again.
That's Chiefs receiver Tyreek Hill at training camp meeting with reporters. Not all that long ago, it looked like he was going to miss some time this year. The NFL decided not to discipline him in any way. And he was specifically referring in that little clip that we played to the comment that he made to his former fiancee, Crystal Espinal, "You need to be terrified of me too, B," when they were talking about whether or not his 3-year-old son either respects Tyreek Hill or is terrified of him. He didn't know he was being recorded. It was a statement that shocked me when I heard it. I thought for sure, Chris, he would be suspended for that statement alone. The NFL took no action against him. He's saying all the right things now when he knows his voice is being recorded. Let's see if he does all the right things as we move forward.
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question. To win me back, he's certainly going to have to do the right things going forward for, consistently or for a long period of time. I mean, again, like we said in the first hour, I love watching Tyreek Hill play. I mean, he's as fast as any guy we've ever seen in the history of NFL. I mean, he's Darrell Green, Deion Sanders type speed. He's so explosive. He's probably the number one weapon in football at the wide receiver position. But yeah, as a human being, he's not my favorite right now, and he's got to kind of earn my trust back. Seems like he's going in the right direction. I hope he matures. Listen, I'm very understanding that football players, what makes guys like Tyreek Hill and other superstars in the NFL good at times is because they are emotional. They have tempers. It's what allows them to play out there on the field in front of 70,000 people in this craziness and this crazy sport. But at the same time, it's got to be shut off when you're off the field, and you got to be a grown man and act like a husband or a father, and those are the things that Tyreek Hill certainly needs to improve on.
And Chris, Tyreek Hill spent some time yesterday talking about growth, that he doesn't want to change as much as he wants to grow. And he shared a story that his mother had imparted to him about basically being a tree, where a tree grows, a tree adds layers, a tree grows over time, and that's what he's trying to do. And I'm fine with that as well. It sounded very good. He just has to be committed to it. And there was one exchange that happened yesterday. He was only available to the media for 8 minutes. And for me, I felt like for a guy who's trying to turn the page on an ugly chapter in his life, a chapter that he took some responsibility for as it relates to that comment that we all heard that made us think he was definitely being suspended. He was asked a question by a reporter who has reported some negative things about Tyreek Hill, has had some opinions about Tyreek Hill that he probably doesn't agree with, and it looks like he still holds a little bit of a grudge, and he let that sneak out a little bit on Sunday. Here's the exchange that he had with Brooke Pryor of the Kansas City Star.
What the conversation's been like with Andy Reid since the NFL made its ruling?
What do you mean?
He said Andy said that he didn't talk to you much.
Yeah,
So what was it like once you were able to talk to him again?
What's your name?
Brooke.
It's been great. Me and Coach Reed, like you said, we ain't talked during the whole offseason. I mean, I really ain't talked to nobody but my teammates. So it's been great.
Now, look, I'm going to give him a little bit of credit because he gathered himself there. I think he was thinking about saying something else.
Oh, I know you, right? Yeah, he was certainly, it went through his mind. Something went through his mind. I'm with you, Mike. I hear you.
And he stopped himself,
right?
But there's no reason to ask her name. There's no reason to smirk when you hear the name.
Yeah.
And it's okay for him to hold a grudge inside.
Internally,
but
right.
when you're in that, this is your reintroduction to the world. They had it live on NFL Network. This is your 8-minute window where people are going to watch you and come to conclusions about whether or not they think you're a good guy or a bad guy.
Yeah.
And you throw in that little lapse, and it's going to make people say, okay, he's just saying what he needs to say, and deep down, he's still that same guy who will say something horrible to somebody close to him if that person says something to him that he doesn't like.
Yeah, he's got to find a way to wipe all those emotions away and not get personal with this whole thing. And again, go back to himself. You need to grow, right? I mean, it's you at the heart of this situation that is responsible for all this. It's your actions, it's your words, it's the things you've done that are making this woman, Brooke, who I don't know her last name. I missed it there. But either way, she has every right to ask those questions. Again, you're a superstar in the NFL that's done some really shady, questionable things. Don't be mad at a member of the media for doing something they're paid to do, and it wasn't like it was like bad or, you know, just illegitimate or bad reporting or whatever it may be. It was very much justified, and yes, you're right. It's going to be better for Tyreek Hill to just get off that stuff. Don't get over it. They reported it. I'm saying bad things about you. Mike Florio said bad things about you. You know why? Because you did bad things, but just get it over and move on, and like his mom said, grow as a person.
He mentioned himself. He has a bad history, and he does. And we heard what he said. And see, I can't reconcile taking responsibility for the horrible thing you said and then being mad at people who reacted to it in a way that confirms, yes, it was a horrible thing that you said. So the grudge and acting out on the grudge doesn't mesh with this supposed apology and commitment to growth and change. So he's got some work to do to win me over and you over and a lot of other people over, and we'll see if he can do that work.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.